Greetings from Fingering Hoe. This is an old quarry, so once upon a time this was all flat at the same level, higher up, same as over here. They've taken all the aggregates out, and most of it went out on conveyor belts and went out to the River Cone, which is just over there, and most of it ended up in London, shipped up there in barges. Anyway, enough of that waffle. So today what I'm going to do, I noticed this, I've been coming up here mobile and portable for years, including before they dug all that out, and recently this appeared. No overnight parking, so I think they've obviously had problems. There's another sign up there as well. Obviously had problems with people coming up here and just parking overnight in vans, etc. But rather conveniently, these posts are hollow, and I'm going to slide this pole inside that so it doesn't need guying, and I'm going to string a dipole out and just attach a dipole to the hedge here. It might be a bit of a problem because actually there's a steel fence the other side there, but anyway, this is I've just made this dipole up. I had been using a link dipole for years that I made myself using DX wire, which is that sort of fancy ultra strong German wire, and I always found it a bit brittle, and it was starting to sort of crack in places, and then I had a problem. If you've seen one of my previous videos, it basically came apart on the ring connector that went onto the ballon. This is a Sotabeams mini ballon, 1-to-1 ballon. So I've just measured out the exactly the same length of wire, because it worked fairly well, and but this is Sotabeams wire, from Sotabeams, which is just I think it's 2mm multi-strand equipment wire, but it's much more flexible than the DX wire. So anyway, so I'm going to string it up. I've bought the G90, Zygu G90, because it's got an ATU in it, and that would just handle any mismatch. So I did bring the analyzer as well, but normally I'd put the dipole up kind of you know, next to the water, over mud, sand, by a beach or whatever. So I'm not going to bother checking the SWR unless it sort of like looks like it's way out, and the analyzer can't deal with it, because it's not really designed to be used here anyway. It's just to experiment more than anything. And if that doesn't work, then I've got the MFJ 17-foot whip. Tides are rubbish this weekend, which is why I'm not been out paddling. So anyway, right, let's get this up in the air. Okay, so I've got the dipole attached now. Just a few things just to mention. You can see the strain relief that I've got on here. Is just I've got heat shrink around the bend of the equipment wire, and just clipped onto these little tiny looped onto these tiny little plastic clip things here, with cable ties, and a similar arrangement at the links here as well. And at the end, I've just got the wire and the poly cord just sort of like folded back over each other, and they've got heat shrink over there. And when I was first licensed, I used to use like a really heavy equipment wire, like 7mm, with those massive dog bone insulators, and I mean, I was never running more than 50 watts anyway. I'm now allowed to use 100 watts as an intermediate licensee, and I just think it's sort of a bit of over engineering really. It's not as if I'm running sort of a kilowatt or more. So yeah, that should never had any problems with it. Anyway, right, so I just need to put this up now. Just put the ends out. You don't want to get caught up too much in this stuff here. It's got really sharp thorns on it. So yeah, that's the idea. Now what band I'm the links are all connected, so that'll be on 40. This end I'll just make sure the other end's connected, or both connected, and I'll start on 40. Do the same this end. Makes it so much quicker when you haven't got to guy anything. You know, put the pole up and then guy it. There you go. Obviously that's really low to the ground. One thing that I had mentioned before, I think in one of my previous videos, about 2 or 3 videos ago, is this link dipole here. It's easy, obviously, calculating the length of a dipole. It's pretty easy, really. But there is a really handy app or program on the Sotabeams website that give you you just put your frequencies in for a link dipole, how long your end supports are, how long your centre support is, and the frequency, sort of the centre frequency, and it'll calculate it all for you. Which is originally what I made this dipole sort of based on that, but obviously I'm putting it up and down in different places all the time. So anyway, got the G90 in the car. I've got a extension coax, but it's about 20 foot long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the car around so that the radio is on the side closer to the pole. I'm going to park in a bit closer as well, so I can have the radio up on the dash in front of me as opposed to down on the seat. So I've got to shuffle the car around. I will put the analyzer on it just in a minute or two, just to out of curiosity. But the little ATU seems to have dealt with that, no worries. Tune cycle are on 15 meters as well. It seems to have tuned up okay. It's probably not going to be particularly efficient, but I'm sure it'll work. I'll put see if I can work a few stations on 15. Thanks very much. You're also 5'9". Ciao, ciao, bye bye.
Ciao, 5x5 area about 5x5. Thank you.
7-3, bye bye.
Italy Radio 8, Radio Charlie Alpha Mike. 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike portable.
2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf portable. You're 5'9", Roger.
Yeah, 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf portable. Sierra 5 to Oscar portable. You're also 5'9", QSL. 2 Echo 0 Whiskey. I missed the rest of it.
2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf portable. 2E0 WMG portable, also in Colchester, Roger.
From G3PXT portable. Good afternoon to you. 559
Yes, you're also 5'9". Name is Kevin. Kilo Echo Victor Alpha November. Kevin is the name. Also located just outside Colchester in Fingringhoe, Roger.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, hang on, I'll tell you exactly where I am. I'm at Lexden, Lexden, at the bunker.
Yeah, I know exactly where you are. Yeah, I live in Colchester, so I'm in Fingringhoe. Okay, 7-3. Enjoy your activation. Gordon G3PXT, and he's over in that direction, in Colchester. I know exactly where he is. He's in a road called Sussex Road, which is up there. Used to be a Royal Observer place up there, so he's Royal Observer Corps place up there. So he's operating from what used to be a bunker, one of these bunkers on the air things. Seem to generate quite a lot of activity, a bit like parks on the air, really. I think this is a particularly British thing for to the best of my knowledge, anyway. Well, 40 metres is quite busy. Hard to imagine, really, that well, when I was first licensed, which is almost 20 years now, 20 years next month, we only in the UK we could only go up to 7,200 and 100, sorry, and obviously we're up to 7,200 now. We can go up to, so I've got a bit more room to spread out, and I think that was probably the case for pretty much most of Europe as well. But yeah, it's hard to imagine how we managed to fit in everybody managed to fit in such a small space. But anyway, there you go. I'm going to put the analyzer on the on it now and just see what it's doing on 40 meters. I just had a disaster happen. The poles just sort of slid down inside itself. Obviously, I didn't sort of pinch the sections up properly. I'm not sure I can get out of the car now. I don't think I've parked quite close to the sign. If not, I might have to move the car over a bit. Although I could get out of the car to put the pole back up, where the dipole come down, this stuff is so thorny that the wire and the cord was just getting caught up in it. So I had to sort of get up, get out the car, take the ends away from the bush, then put it up, and then put the ends back again. So there you go. Anyway, it should be all right now. Okay, so that's the SWR on 40 meters. So at 7.12 megs, it's about 1 to 1.6. So that's pretty good.
Secure, this is Papa Alpha 44, Papa Alpha, Romeo Kilo.
2 Echo 0, Whiskey Mike Golf Portable.
2 Echo 0, Whiskey Mike Golf Portable, you are 5 and 9, name is Marcel. Alpha 44, Papa Alpha, Romeo Kilo, QRZ.
It's almost 4 o'clock. So one contact there on 40 into the Netherlands. I was getting on, so it's going to be getting dark pretty quickly. So I didn't realise how late it was, so I'm going to start taking this down. A bit gloomy today, and yesterday was a bit gloomy as well. Anyway, so my dipole seems to be working okay, and I shall take that out with me next weekend. Good tides next weekend, high tides. So and low wind so far anyway, but it's a week away, so anything could happen. So anyway, I'll take this down. 7.3. Bye for now.